Welcome to my blog, A Chief's Wife's Hearts of Fire. I'm the Chief's wife, and I'm back with another item that I finished up last fall when the weather started getting colder. And that little folder is the entire place where I got the idea to do the compass book, our family photo book this year. Let's take this a little bit at a time. First off, we've got the tag on here. I make one of these every year. I use the tag for the entire year. I take one day and glue a bunch of scrap papers to another cardboard, then ink it all up, cut it out with a gift that was from Stampin' Up! From one of my besties for a Christmas gift. Every year I have made a different tag. But it's really nice to go to your drawer and just pull out a tag that you need for a gift all throughout the year. You can also use them for Christmas too, which I have, and they look really old underneath the Christmas tree. Love that look. Okay, we've got the tag. Now we're going to go into the hardware findings, which is a die I love to use. Again, it's Tim Holtz Alterations die, what we're using, and this one can be used for many things, not just for the iron gate look, but you can double up a piece of the grunge paper, fold it over so that the fold is right there, and it ends up making a double cut looking like an hourglass. That's where I make my hinges at. Okay, what we did was we embossed it about 2 or 3 times with the distress ink, and in this case it's black soot, and the black soot embossing powder. Do it a few times over and over, and this is really tough stuff. This makes a really good handle to keep this together. I put 2 of them on here. I love using this cut for the lock, putting a little picture behind the lock. Oh, it looks adorable. Tim Holtz is a genius. Here we go. We open that up with hemp, and there again we're using movers and shapers die. You need to have the base tray with that in order to cut those. You can use your book plates die, but you'll end up getting a lot more cuts out of that than you wanted. And the base tray lets you only cut one small thing at a time. I layered these up after I inked them, and then I inked them over again once I got them all finished up. Opening up the inside, we come to the keys that I made. This is grunge paper 3 times together using glossy accents. I use glossy accents for almost everything. You can tell how often this bottle's been used, and it's empty, by the way. Again, we go with the top hat men. I've changed them into firemen too by just adding little fire hats on them and making them look like early firefighters. I love that look. There you go. Plug for your firefighters. Okay, we're using the picture wheel die here, and I'm putting vellum in between these. I cut 2 cuts of them, put the vellum in between. I can put the pictures behind them. That's depending. You could put it on the inside, but I'm not going to be able to travel with it and stick them there, so I just glue them onto the back. But it gives it a filmy old look for the photo because you can still see through there. These are the Tim Holtz rub-ons. Cool. One of the neatest things he's ever come up with. Love those things. Okay, behind here you'll see his paper stash, and I used old paper of the ink stain on that, and vintage photo also for the distress stain. The top hat man, Route 66, and then we turn this over, and you've got another Alterations die of movers and shapers. So I can clip certain things to that, my passport, other little papers, receipts, whatever. It really works like a clip this way. I took out of the paper stash one of the maps, simply folded it up like you would a little map, inked it all up with my trusty little inker, and then folded it back the other way. I can add where we're going to on the map and little details on the back. I forgot to say about the keys that you can personalize them with the Muse tokens, which match perfectly. I love making personalized items like that. Now, we'll go to the fold, which is also the ideology again, and again another Alterations die of the weathered clock. Here's the ticket strips and the film strips. I use these the most, and I need to get my hands on the mini strips and mini tickets too. Can't wait to do that and start using that one, but this is what I use. Whoops, there went my dies, okay? Then here you go is another ticket that I used. I made this one for last year. Now, I love this pocket. This idea of this folder was taken off of one I found on the net, was about Amelia Earhart. It was lovely looking, but it was a little bit plain for me, and I wanted to add a lot more to it. I also wanted to add some pockets to hold things, including on the outside. I love the compass idea, and let's get rid of my gel pen here. I love using those. The ideology is one of the favorite things I've ever found. I think every woman loves little tiny things, and Tim is a genius when it comes to making those and designing them. My favorite thing about this pocket, before we get to the tags, is the foil. Oh man, his tag for January, I love that foil idea. I love working with that. And if you look and see, it looks like fire truck. A fire truck bumper, the houndstooth. Cool. Very cool. Okay, inside you have a whole bunch of the tickets that is cut with the Alterations die. Again, you can get these dies and make anything you want with them. I love doing the double-sided. I do all of my Tim Holtz 12 tags double-sided. I like showing off both sides of them. Now, this is the tiny tags and tiny tabs and tags, not tags and tabs, okay? And you can add journals as you go. Now, this is one of my favorite ones because I decided to glue on the inside and all around the other insides, around the edges, and I got a place to put little tags where I can add notes, pictures, whatever I want to that. And then I can add to the tag itself what's inside each of those tags. One of the favorite things I used was the paper stash also of the Paper Studios. I believe that's the one. Yeah, Paper Studios, which I got at Hobby Lobby. Probably used one of my 40% off coupons. And the whole idea for this trip that we're going to take, that this is being used for with my passport, is we're going to the Bahamas for our 30th anniversary. We've been together since 1982 when I was 16 and David was 19. And our wedding anniversary is July 14th, 1984. So you can add lots of little things to the insides of your tickets, as well as having the ticket itself to write on. I love the papers that give you places to fill in. And again, you've got lots of different little tags in here that you can add lots of things. I did a couple of the others with different tabs so I could tell that these were different papers. These were a gift from one of my girls. They're just extra tags. Stick a picture to it. Write an idea or an inspiration down that came with that picture. And there you have it. Right all inside its own little pocket. I hope you'll think about making one of these little travel folders yourself, because this was a really fun thing, and it only took me one afternoon to put this together. I had in mind what I wanted to make, and I just combined all of the things that Tim uses, all of the methods that he uses them with. One idea I really love that he came out with that I can't say enough of is the charms. I did the same family photo and put them not only in his mini photo frames, but I also found a ring of Joanne fabrics and made one for each of my girls using the same materials that he has in his. You can use them for lots of different things. I just trimmed down the plastic a little bit before I put it into the ring to put it on top after I trimmed out the picture. I make all of my mini pictures on my computer, and I just love these ideas. And the ones that he uses for the little typewriter tags, those are my favorite things to use and to personalize. Can't say that enough about that. Thanks so much for joining me for this one, and I'll see you again. Hope to see you on Twitter too. Thanks. Bye.